Hey, today is day 3, June 3rd, 2020. It's approximately 10:33, and just watched Ben Crump, the attorney for the Floyd family, on CNN and Fox at the same time. Interesting angles, and it was very compelling, very moving. We got to see and hear from uh, George's son. Something to note is that the memorial will be held tomorrow, June 4th, and that Mr. Crump was calling for action by that time, and the action would be the arrest of the other 3 officers. And then I listened to Van Jones on CNN, and he was very moved and eloquent also around the you might want to check this out. He called it the magic sprinkling of the magic dust that we sprinkle on our children, our black children, and we say it's the talk that we have with them. And it was the no ma'am, no sir, yes ma'am, make sure you're acting right around police. And that's a conversation, that's a real conversation. That was very moving because it acknowledged the reality that I think many people don't understand or know about. It's the black experience in America, and we've been hearing about it for years. Anyway, talking about the history and sort of the social media and everyone now being a journalist with their phone and being able to be a witness to something, and how compelling that is, and how that really makes it more of a universal experience, because I think sometimes it's easier for us to disbelieve that we can be so grotesque, right? It's like, no, that can't be. They're exaggerating. It couldn't have been that way. And no, it's that way. And so even from a young age, if you think about the treatment of another human, I know that as an elementary school student, I thought, well, this is silly. That's a mild word. This is silly. Why would we judge people by that? It doesn't make any sense. Why would we think that someone is greater or lesser than because of that? Actions. Okay. Work ethic. Let's get into that. But this seems convenient. Anyway, about the QP, the LLC. Oh no, it's LCC. Forgot my own acronym. You can see the effects of not eating. This is day 3 of not consuming. So let me tell you what I've had so far. I had my 3rd cup of coffee, not for the day, but in total. So I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning every day, and it's about 6 ounces, maybe 7. So it would bring my total up to somewhere between 18 and 21 ounces of coffee in the last 3 days. And I had a cup of tea, about 15 ounces of tea this morning. And I just prepared my second 15 ounces of tea. Feeling like I wish the body would just take the extra accumulated fat and just like use that. But I am feeling a little shaky, more than yesterday, and very aware of my heartbeat. Like I can feel it. And I also feel like I'm limited in energy, so I have some commitments that I need to take care of, and I don't have a lot of energy to do it. And I want to share a story, I guess, or part of who I am and why I'm doing this, is because I think I've known for a long time. I'm not black. I'm Colombian. My parents came here for college, and both my parents are Colombian. I've spent a significant part of my life, the formative years in South America studying, and here in the United States. I was born here, but I spent, I think I was probably 2 when we moved back to South America, and elementary school until my parents split. And that's when we came back to the United States, my mom and my brother and I, and we were living here in California. And so I've grown up one foot in affluence and one foot in lower. I guess if we're going to use the word class, then class. So I feel fortunate to be able to navigate both worlds. I teach in a low income, so high poverty, mid to high violence, underrepresented, historically marginalized community for, I would say, for the entirety of my almost 20-year career. I think this is my 20th year teaching. I guess that's enough for today. We'll see what day 4 brings. I'm feeling a little nervous about production. I like to produce, whether it's brainstorming ideas or making a video. I don't usually video myself, but like preparing lessons for my students. And I'm nervous that my brain function and my energy level will inhibit the work, but that's what it is, right? The sacrifice, the people that are out there marching are sacrificing, right? They're sacrificing their time and maybe their safety because of the COVID, and safety because if you get confused, like if an officer confuses you for a looter, who's to say what could happen? So they're taking a risk, and I want to represent that risk from home as well. So we'll see if tomorrow means the end of this protest, this one and this one, the greater protest. We'll see what comes. So we'll just take it one day at a time. So that was a little bit more about me, what I've consumed and how I'm feeling. I think that's a pretty good check-in. Today I'm using Photo Booth. A friend of mine suggested, and I like it. I think tomorrow we'll use a different effect. Maybe we'll see. See you tomorrow, everybody.